Testing. Testing. Coming? There it is. Alrighty, well, if this is we're going to post this later. Hey guys, this is my first actual real for goodness live stream on YouTube. I did a couple tests earlier this week, but welcome to Flying in Space with Planethead. Nobody's in here just yet, but we'll see what happens. Let's see here. I'm actually just going to jump in today. I apologize for uh, not actually being able to put a video up last night. Got stuck with work and literally 2 hours late from work. By the time I got home, I had enough time to honestly just eat some food, hang out with the dog for about half an hour, and go to bed and go right back to work. So I'm kind of looking forward to just playing tonight. I was able to get off work on time. So just jumping in here right away. And I thought instead of making a video, why not just do a live one and then I can just go ahead and repost it later on. So we're going to see this is the first time I'm trying it, so we're going to see what happens. Um, One thing I'm looking at here, I don't know if you guys saw whenever I did the test one before, um, I was on a Wi-Fi connection, and it's got me with and I was having an issue with my connection. I did drill a hole in the wall earlier this week, and I set up the Ethernet connection. It looks like the connection's going well, so I'm hoping that this is going to stay good. Looks like the mic's working, so I hope all this works out. So we're just going to jump into the game because, why not? Um, so today is January 12th, 2023. EVE Online. I'm going to jump in and let's see what kind of skill points I can get for today. Here we go. I'm going to keep this minimized. Let's go ahead and close that there. Try to maximize everything here. And then I've got YouTube live stream here. Let's go ahead and pull that down. Yay! Okay, so how many skill points do I get? Oh, shoot! I got 30,000 skill points for my daily one. Nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's see what we got going on. This morning, right before I went to work, I jumped in with Amanda Rose Pilgrim. I think I'm just going to focus on her tonight. Basically, I was able to get some parts down to Curse, and I put my first coercer in Curse into the hopper, and we're going to go ahead and probably get that up and running. It's going to be a really basic fit. Uh-oh. So it says my concurrent is lower than normal. Okay, we recommend that. So we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully this will keep up and running. I'm going to keep an eye on that. My audio is still going. I don't know if I'll lose this at any point in time. Obviously, I have a few more. Just to show you what I'm looking at here. Like I said, this is the first real live one I'm doing. I'm still getting a low bit rate on here, so I'll have to mess around with that. Hopefully, at some point, let's see here, lower than recommended bit rate. We remain stream bit rate of 4500. So I'll have to figure out something about that. Hopefully, it just keeps on going. We'll see what happens. Oh, wait, this is not a people in blogs thing. This is a... So I'll just show you guys here. Like, I don't know a whole lot about live streaming. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So let's see here if I can edit this. And we're going to say this is not people in blogs. It should be gaming, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I need to set this up better for the next one. Only reason I say that is I think I need to make a what's the not a placard. Oh, it's got it up here. Where it has the actual name of um, the stream. So a lot of stuff to get better at with this. Game title. We're going to say Eve online. There we go, 2003. That's what I need. I need to make a thumbnail for the channel. So maybe I'll mess around with that this weekend if I keep doing the live events. Playlist, if you guys ever want to check them out. I always pretty much throw everything into coffee time that I don't know anything better of. Why? Because drinking some coffee. This is my most generic cup I have. I have a ton of them up there, and I'm growing more and more every week. But this is one of my favorite ones. And I think everything in here is good. Save, save, save. Dun, dun, dun. I think we're good. So we'll keep rolling. Hopefully this works out. There we go. So, better. I'll have to figure out what I have to do as far as setting this stuff up. Let's get into the game. So, like I said earlier, I built with scavenged parts my first coercer out here. Now, I built plenty of coercers before, but this is my first one in Curse. Now, I don't honestly think it's a great ship to use out here. I think it would probably be better to use a drone ship for the Amarr because they do better damage out here. But it was something that this character is skilled up in. So I can get it started, show the positives and the negatives of it, and then maybe move on to either I could go with a missile tank or a drone tank ship and see what happens. So, but let's see here. And I don't nearly have the parts for it yet, which is kind of fun. You can just kind of roll on out of the station with a pretty junky ship. But hello, there we go, industry. If you guys have never seen the videos before, I have my dog here, Maya. She should be showing up at any point in time. She gets weirded out that I talk at a screen and nobody's here. There we go. There's the coercer. And then I built the guns and the crystals for using the guns. So, come on. We're going to, there we go. This does run a little bit slow. Let's see if I can adjust the settings. We're going to adjust the Eve settings just to lower the performance. That's what I want to go for. It'll not be as pretty for you guys, but maybe that'll run a little bit smoother. Each time I try this, hopefully I'll get better and better at setting up the blog. Applied, and should be good. There we go. And we want to go into the ship hangar. There's my first coercer out here. Assembling. Cool, cool. There we go. And then I want to get in it. What am I doing? I need to now make it active. So this will go empty. And there she is. There's the first coercer I've got out here. Need to name her. You always need to name your ship. So it is a destroyer. I am going to go with the USS Johnston. If you've ever heard of I think it's the Battle of Leyte Gulf. The U.S. Johnston, if I remember correctly, was an amazing ship that fought in that battle. So I'm going to do that for now because it ends up getting blown up, I think, if I remember correctly. USS Johnston. There we go. Good, good, good. Let's see if I'm right on that. Now I'm wondering. Google, you're my friend. How are you doing today? Google. USS Johnston. 182, Fletcher class destroyer. United States Navy. Da da da. She was named after Lieutenant Johnston. And oh, there's the wreckage of her. Wow. Built in the U.S. Navy. Yes, it was the Battle of the Leyte Gulf. I was right. So, Probably an ominous name to be naming her, but that's what I did. So if you've ever watched me play before, I love to do scavenger style of gameplay, especially just bring out the bare bones of stuff out to low sec or null sec or weird places, and then just slowly build things from out there with scavenged materials. I don't really need this up anymore. Let's go ahead and close that. And take blueprint copies out to different areas and try to work from there. Obviously, I don't have all the parts for this puppy, but we can see what we've got. I built the guns and I built the crystals, so I have those to start off with, so I can shoot somebody. So let's try and set her up here. We got, and I use basic stuff to start off with, and then slowly grow from there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably could have just pulled these over here and dropped them there. Is that right? Nope, just one. Maybe it would have done it if I did it at the very beginning. There we go. So we got all the guns. All the guns. Let me just make sure I've got the stream still going. Yep, cool. Then, basic again, going to go with the frequency crystals. Go with multi-frequency. It's the short range, but best. Now, the reason why I say this is probably not the best ship to use out in this area, but it is my character's skilled up in it for this area, is if you notice, it does thermal and EM damage, that 20 and 28 that's right there. Whereas the NPCs out here are more weaker, yeah, that's fantastic, weaker toward your kinetic and your explosive, if I remember correctly. So this is a starting spot. I'm going to be doing 128 DPS. I don't have any heat sinks built yet, so we probably need to do that. I think I brought some blueprint copies, so let's go ahead and get that. Yeah, because that will help me do more damage. So I'm just going to try to build at least 1 or 2. We'll see how much time they take. So really, well, I can build 1. That's what I'll do. I'll build 1. It'll take 13 minutes, and while I'm talking, because I like to talk a lot, we'll wait for it. I won't have any rigs to start off with. Let's see. Have I scavenged any? Yeah, I did get some. I was looking for some prop mods. I do have some micro warp drives and a 10 MN afterburner. I don't want to throw the afterburner on there like that. So we're going to go with the micro warp drive for now. Scroll up here, and did I bring an afterburner blueprint? I did. There it is. So we're going to go ahead and use that blueprint. And that'll take 11 minutes. So by the time I fly out, shoot at something, come back, I should be good. Now, do I have any armor repairing or shield repairing? Because I've only got 1 slot for the mid slot, where I've got 3 slots down here. Now, I know I'm going to probably want to use 2 of these for the heat sinks. So I would either want armor, an armor repairer, or a shield repairer here. Just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's better fits, but just kind of blah, 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 blahing in my head. I don't have an armor repairer on here. So, oh, but that's a medium one. I don't think that'll fit on here. Nope. So, I got no defenses. But I do have explosive shield defense. So I'm high in explosive at 50% for my shield, a little bit lower in kinetic. So I can at least throw that defense on there. That'll work a little bit. Anything in my low slot area that I can throw on here? Really nothing. These are just for for projectile weapons, your gyro stabilizers. Signal amplifier. Can't remember what that's for. That's kind of dumb. I should know that by now. That is an augments the maximum targeting acquisition range, locking speed, and sensors. Hey, why not? Let's throw it on there for now. Woohoo! Got nothing else to lose. Okay, that's basically all I got to load on here. I do have one more manufacturing slot, so is there anything else I can build over the next 10 minutes that I don't need? Ooh, I could do the armor repairer, or I could do the damage control. Let's do the damage control. Use blueprint. And because we are already kind of shield tanked, probably don't want to go with the shield tank. So we got 10 there. All right, so let's go test this puppy out. This is going to be bad, but it's going to be fun. There's nobody in system, so we want to keep an eye out for that. Boo, boo, boo. Undocking. And is my... Looks like everything's still running. I hope it's going to show up well on the live. I have no idea on your end how it's looking. Did I set up that people could chat on here? We're going to find out. All right, so again, nobody in system right now. I'm just going to fly out to the Desolate Asteroid. We're going to go ahead and group up our multi-guns. And my range is 11 kilometers, or for fall off, optimal range 8,000. Now, the one big bonus from our ships is you're not dealing with ammo, which is one thing that I'm constantly fighting with. Now, I'm going to be able to do 226. Okay, this is really cheap guns, really cheap crystals, stuff that I've made. So we're going to see what happens here. Now, nobody's here? Really? All right, so warp to a safe spot. I was kind of hoping there'd be bad guys. Now, I can't, this ship is not good enough to be able to do any of these other sites here. I've got to pretty much focus on the Desolate Asteroids, or maybe if there's a secondary type. But let's check out the map. Google Dotland. I'm not too worried about somebody scanning me down right now. Nobody's been here. We're going to go over to Curse. Because I haven't spent a lot of time here, so I don't have everything kind of memorized yet. I'm going to swing over to KLMNT and then swing up through the Great Wildlands if I have to. So we're going to go K. Nothing's there to shoot. We'll go up to U. I always try to remember the first letter of the system that I'm going to. Now, before I do that, I'm sure I'm probably fine, but this is the first curse, our first one that I've made out here. Come on, a little bit faster. Just want to see KLMT. There's been no deaths in the last 30. Same thing there. It looks pretty quiet. ARG had a little bit of issues over there. You got maybe some fighting going on in this area here. But that's a couple jumps away, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll go ahead and close that. Anybody in system? Nope. So we're going to go to K. Jumpity jump jump. This is totally a test flight. Totally a just having fun flight tonight. Again, this is a work night for me, so I might start doing my live streams. If this works and I can get it to run a little bit better, I might try to do this more on my work days, because then I don't have to think about anything. I can just try to go get blown up. Okay, anybody here? I probably could have done the in-game map to see if anybody is averaged in the area. Okay, so we're going to try the Desolate Asteroid here. Warpity warp warp. See if anybody's there. I probably will not be able to survive the fight. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not well fit. I don't have a whole lot of tank. I just want to see where I'm at with everything. And then when I throw on the damage control, that'll help a little bit. And I'll be able to put on the one heatsink to maybe give myself a little bit more damage, see where that goes. And we'll work from there, day to day. So we got some stuff I can shoot at. But they are far away, but I do have the micro warp drive on. So I'm going to get angled up and then hit I'm going to pump the micro warp drive once. I don't want it on too far. I'm not going to go straight at the battleship. I want to be to the side of it. I don't want it to have a clear, straight shot at me. Hello? Wow, this is going a little bit slow. Okay, let's get these guys targeted. And what was it? My range was 11 kilometers. Okay, now that they're close, I'm going to close in on them. Ooh, I do not want to be about 35. That looks good. How much damage can I do? Now that's still not within range. I did 19. Yeah, that's fantastic. Look, they are just going right through my shields. Okay, so I'm going to align back. If I need to jump out of here quick, because remember, I don't have any tank in the armor. So, yeah, look at that. Now I am out of range. Okay. So, okay, that was a good little test. I know this seems dumb, but all I wanted to see was where I was at. That was a good baseline. I'll fly back to the station. Hopefully my stuff is built by the time I get back there because I talk a lot. Go. The other thing too is if I can do this live and then get the if people are on and they want to talk to me, they can, and then I can post it later so I can do it kind of double duty. I was thinking. I warped to it, didn't I? I didn't jump. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on a gate and wait for somebody to shoot at me. It's fantastic. This could be actually easier for me to do rather than trying to think of things to do each night. So which station was I at? I always forget. Oop, we got somebody that just came into the system. So I want to be a little bit careful. Obviously, they didn't come through the gate I just came through, or I would have seen them. Cool. Now, where was I there? Dunking up. Industry. Got everything built. We got 3 minutes and 2 minutes left there. So we got 3 things I get to add on here in about 3 minutes. So one thing I did notice when I just sat down, if any of you guys are out there in England or near it, I am nowhere near here. As you know, if you've watched my previous videos, for the first time I'm going overseas or leaving the country next September to go to FanFest. But I just saw this today. Eve London, February 11th, 2023. Looks like there's going to be an event there. So if you're interested, check it out. I think it's right off the Eve site. If not, it's off the Eve starter, the boot ups thing. But I didn't look over it a whole lot because there's no real chance. I'm not wealthy, so I can't fly over there tomorrow. If I could, I would. But looks like they've got some stuff going on here. There's a Discord that's set up here, so if you want to check it out, feel free. And that's about that. Admission is free. Well, that's a bonus. And it looks like there's going to be a flyover of, oh God, I can't remember the name of the trip. Is that London Bridge? Don't hate me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I should know. Okay, so did I waste enough time so I can get these parts dropped off? I can maybe go out and try to shoot something else. We're at 37 seconds. So the other part there was when I closed the distance with the micro warp drive, the reason why I tried to go at an angle was it created my signature radius got larger. And when my signature radius got larger, it made it easier for possibly the battleship to shoot me and maybe even one-shot me. I don't know if that's possible. But, so you don't want to go straight at the guy. The second part is I want the afterburner because it would have taken me faster to get there, but once I got in closer, I could have maybe done some speed tanking, which would have minimized the damage from the destroyers. So we'll try that out here in a second. Delivered. Cool. And we got a couple minutes there, so we'll go ahead and pull up the current junk fit. Cool. And if anybody's starting to tune in or tunes in live here, I will be posting this after, so you can figure out my stupidity. let's see here. So where's my stuff? And then I'm looking for my little afterburner. There it is. So we'll get rid of the micro warp drive. Throw on the afterburner. Okay. And then I've got a heat sink and a damage control there. So that'll up this a little bit once the damage control is done. I'm wondering, you know what? It's saying here that it increased my distance here. Let's see here. So I'm going to let 11 kilometers and 8,600. How much did this actually bonus me out? We'll take that down. Didn't change that at all. That's fantastic. So I've got to check that out a little bit more, see what happens. Wait, is that compact signal amplifier? Show the info. Augments the maximum target acquisition. Oh, it's the locking speed and the sensor speed. Okay, now I understand. So I was thinking it was increasing my my range. It isn't. It's increasing the target range, how far away I can start targeting something. So yeah, that can be very useful down the road, but not as useful for this. So, but we'll leave it on there just until I get another heatsink or something else. And we waited. I talked enough that that stuff can come on. Go ahead and drop. So I got the heatsink made. So we're going to go from 128 DPS. How much am I going to get now? To 148. It bumped me up 20. So a 1 in 6. So we're talking about is that 18%, 17%, something like that. Bonus. That's a pretty nice bonus. The reason why that affects so much is there's so many guns on this. It's gun tanked. Not gun tanked, gun ready. So now let's look at the damage control. And while I'm trying to fend off my dog with my left arm here, so I'm multitasking. How you doing, Maya? That's a good girl. So right now I'm at 50% for my explosive and 40%. This for shields doesn't do a whole lot. I think it's like 10%. Am I right with that? And not even that much. It'll take me up to 54 and 44, but it will give me the bonuses for the structure and the armor, which could be my getaway speed once I start getting hit. Now I may want to switch this out and this out. Maybe go with a web of fire here or something else and go with an armor tank as my dog climbs up on my lap. How you doing, Maya? Maya says hi. You doing good? That's a good girl. Okay, we're going to hug for a second. It's a good girl. You ready? It's a good girl. See, I'm playing, and then we'll go play outside when I'm done. All right? All right? This isn't going to work. I know you're going to want to keep playing, but off. Good girl. For 11 months, you're doing good. Nope. Off. No. Off you go. Stay. Sit. Good girl. Okay. So, let's see what we got. That bumped me up to 54, blah, blah, blah. I need to get this repaired, and we'll go out and try to shoot something again. Oop, there is somebody in the system. Let's get a repair quote here. Nope, don't, nope. She's under the desk now. Pick new item. And they left, good. Nope, repair all. There we go, for 18,000. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to do one more test. And this is kind of like a live test, because I don't want this to go too long. I don't know if you can see her. She's to my left, to my right. Did she pop up on there? Okay. Yeah. Thinking about actually making her a spot over here, like move that chair so she could just lie there and hang out, or bite my hand while I'm putting my hand over there. So, so we're gonna fly out again, see how this works out. Like I said, this is not the best ship to use for this, but doing kind of the scavenger lifestyle that I do out here, when you get up to that next level of not using frigates but using destroyers out here, you start to be able to live, because you can, once you get your ships fitted, Where was I at? It was KLMT was where I was before. Um, if I could start killing battleships, then I can start getting better and better equipment to melt down, and I can even start building my own cruisers and battle cruisers down the road and having fun with that. I'm going to be doing that with my other character, William Pilgrim, um, and I've actually already brought out the cruisers here. So Pilgrim's got the Minmatar ships, so I wanted to just flip it over with Amanda Rose here um, because she's a Marian and see how she works. I did think about this a lot. Both characters I focused on their gunnery skills, and that was okay. So nobody in system. Let's keep our mind to it. Warpity warp warp. Um, it made me think a little bit more. I've tried to personally stay away from drones because I did it a lot when I used to play 8, 10 years ago. I, I, I mined and I had drones and um, it didn't work out. Oh, I don't want to say it didn't work. I had a lot of fun, but I got too dependent upon them. Okay, well let's see what happens here before I get into that. Ooh, they have moved. I can get in close. Okay, so I want to get that up and running. We'll see if I can last. So we've got our ranges, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to lock these guys. Let's see if I can. Now, that Trasher's closer. Can I get close enough to get my... Oop, I don't. I want to make sure I'm... There we go. Is it going to work? So 143. Okay, okay. So I was able to hit him there. Now I got to be careful here because I have no way of... Ooh, I got one of them. Okay. Now, if I can kill this Caesar, then I can actually focus on the battleship. Because notice the Caesar is the one that's hitting me because it's the small guy. Now I can get in close on the battleship. Puppy, it's okay. We're going to go play. Don't worry about it. Is he warping off? No. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Can I actually kill him with a very low level coercer? I doubt I will be able to, but sometimes this is where I like to test things because I can just start pinging away, see what happens, and then add on something, build something. Notice I'm barely getting into his shields right now. Look at that, and um, he's actually repping them 98%, 95%, back up to 100. So I'm probably not going to be able to break his shields, but I am transversal around him. So, boom, he can't shoot me. Or he's trying. But notice my shield's slowly going up. I'm keeping an eye on local too. Um, so this is what my thought was, though. The Coercer is a gunship, and it focuses with guns. And with the Amar guns, you get their lasers. Now they focus with heat and EMP, which are the two things that these angels do well against. They don't do well against explosion and kinetic. And if I'm off with any of this, I'm just doing it off the top of my head. So, and the crystals only do heat and EMP. It's the one negative. The positive is they don't take any ammo. They just keep firing, which is great if you're a scavenger because you just have to have it built. Oh, look at this. I'm actually losing my... I don't really need that on anymore. I'm actually losing my capacitor now. Now, the one thing I could do is switch over to a Dragoon. And I brought a blueprint out, but I don't have that many skills. A Dragoon fires lasers, but actually, is it boosted? Well, I'm not going to kill this guy, so I can head back. I should pick up this junk, but I'm talking, and I can't do two things at once. So I'm just going to jump back here. And then I can pull up the Dragoon whenever I'm in a safe spot. if I remember correctly, the Dragoon focuses on drones mostly. It's kind of a drone ship. So I could actually put drones in there that do explosive or kinetic, which I think are the Hornets. Yeah, there's something else I can't think of, or the kinetic. The only reason I remember the Hornets was I used to, when I lived and did the mining with the drones, we had to have Hornets because it was out in drone lands and you had to have the kinetic damage. Too much info. So we're going to go ahead and, once I dock up, I'll pull up the Dragoon and we'll look at, I just want to be safe before I do it because it's the only Coercer I have right now. Not that I can't build more, but let's see here. Let's go ahead and dock her up. And I'm feeling pretty safe now. Nobody's in system. I should be able to dock up before that happens. So, long story short, where is the ship types here? There we go. So, for the Amarr, I'm in a Coercer right now, and just to show you what it has here, it gets the bonus for the energy turrets, both tracking speed and activation cost. And then also gets a bonus for its optimal range. The Dragoon gets a bonus for its drone's hit points and damage, which is pretty good. And then it gets the Energy Nosferatu bonuses. And then you get a nice little bonus for your drones. The other kind of nice thing is, now let's just look here. We're going to look at the fitting. Yeah, it's a fitting. I also get 5 high slots, which I can put 3 guns in 2, like, which has either 3 guns and 2 missile racks, or 3 missile racks and 2, or I could go, you know what I'm saying. But I have 5 slots up top that I could actually fill out to do more damage, or do something else. I could use some Nosferatus or something like that. I think they go in the high slots. Happy to use them all. This is what I like to have fun with because I can try out all sorts of different things, mess around, work on my skills to get them up higher at lower levels. I don't really care about ISK too much. It's more so just having fun. The other part is if I can promote anybody out there to make videos for themselves. I like to show anything that I do here that I learn because I'm not good at this. So I do a lot of stuff by trial by error. So let's take a look here on my YouTube channel. So streaming software. Oh, I should have put a description. So things I need to do before I do the next video. I need to make a description. Make sure that's set up. I need to... I have no idea what restrictions I'd want to put on there. Make sure everything here is set up. I need to make a thumbnail so it announces what's there. There was something here about the chat. Do I have it available? I have no idea. Customization? So anyone can send messages. What I like to do, since I'm not super quick on things, is do the slow mode. I just learned this last week. And I like to put it like 15 seconds. That way people aren't... And I want to talk to people, but I can't multitask to save my life. So, so where are we at here? So it says I've been doing this for 30 minutes. All right. Well, this was kind of the first real live one, but also still a test. If this works out and I get better at it, I'll try to do live ones on my work days and randomly. And then weekends, maybe I can just take some time and plan something out. But this is kind of fun. So other than that, that's all I got. Appreciate anybody who tuned in, and appreciate anybody who watched this. Hopefully, whenever I repost this or I post this up, it's still viewable. And the sound's right and stuff like that. I can't tell until it comes up, so that's the scariest part of it. But other than that, you know my catchphrase, because I have one. It's fly safe, fly dangerously, fly hard like you want, guys. And I really appreciate you tuning in if you did. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.